up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Backyard Country Living. So we're back on the 3-point quick hitch today. I think the last video I did was showing the Garvey 3-point quick hitch that they had sent me to demonstrate. And you know, I know that these quick hitches have become somewhat of a popular item. A lot of people get them or whatever. But I do know that, and I think most of the manufacturers state in some of their literature that it may not necessarily be compatible with all of your attachments. So, and that is the case that I had when I was demoing this thing. Honestly, I only have maybe 2 or 3 pieces, attachments that it will work with the top hook that was on here. So you might notice that top hook is gone now. I have taken that off, and I have what is called a quick hitch top link adapter, and I'm going to show that to you, and I'm going to show you that by purchasing one of these you can make this quick hitch adapt to most any of your implements. I mean, you know, the goal of this thing is, you know, you want to try to be able to back up and hook up without getting off the tractor, but still, you know, you may have to make that one hop down off the tractor to get something connected. So you know, the main thing is the link arms. As far as getting the link arms connected, lined up, that's the most aggravating part. That lots of times you have to get on and off, pull up, pull back. Connecting the top link is not quite as bad because you've got the ability to lift up or down, adjust the top link to get that. But because that hook sometimes will not work on some of the implements, and I'll show you here in a second, prime example. This top link adapter is what comes into play. Once you hook those bottom arms, you still got to get off to make this connection. This makes it where this quick hitch adapter will be compatible with most all of your implements. So let's go over here and take a look at an implement that I'm going to hook to that will not work with the original setup, but we'll show you it will work with this adapter. Alright, so here we are with the Massey Ferguson disc that I use quite often. And you know, if you can envision, I'll try to show this, as you're backing up to get those hooks under these pins, you know, that are connected to the lift arms, you got to drop this down low to get under, and then when you lift up, it ends up like that. But what happens up here, when you drop down low enough to get under those pins, you hit right here. So if you try to lift up to just go over the top of this bar, then your, you know, connections at the bottom are too low to get around those pins. So you can see that where you have something like this that's obstructing you from being able to come up in here, you know, without hitting anything, that's where this top hook most of the time does not work. And most of the attachments I have that kind of setup. So I'll show you that versus, and here's another one on this breaking plow. Same thing, you got an obstruction there that would not let you get in there with that top hook. Same thing here, same thing here. So the one that it would work on is this land plane here. You see there's nothing obstructing. You know, if you have a pin in this hole, then that hook can easily come up through here and connect without anything obstructing. Alright, so back over here at the quick hitch. So, you know, normally this hook is bolted on one of these adjustments, you know, these two of these holes here, you know, higher or lower. That's the other thing in my mind. They should make this connection, instead of bolts, some kind of quick pins that you could pull out with just a clevis or some kind of quick snap, versus, you know, having to bolt this and unbolt it on the ones that you can use it on. But let's get the hitch adapter connected, and then we'll see how we can hook up the disc hair. Okay, so here's our hitch adapter, 3-point quick hitch top link adapter. I think if you want to Google that, and I think you can get this on Amazon. I think Tractor Supply has them. I'm saying like 30 to 40 buck range, so it's not terribly expensive. We're gonna pull this top pin out from our top link. And then basically this thing just goes over like this, and then we put our pin back in. Just need another hand there, just like that. So real easy to get that in. So basically that one pin goes all the way through your top link as well as through the quick hitch. And then you got the adapter. Now that you see, you can move up and down. So once again, you'll back up to the implement. You'll have this raised out of the way. You'll get these hooks connected to your pins for your link arms on the equipment. And then once you do that, you'll fold this down. You got another pin. You'll go right into the top connection on the piece of equipment. So let's back up to this disc harrow and see how that works with this adapter. What it looks like. There we go. I can assure you it will make this quick hitch work on many more of your implements. Alright, let's go give her a spin out here in the field, and with it actually connected and under a load, and see what happens. Okay folks, there we have it. The quick hitch top link adapter. I guarantee you, if you use one of these and you struggle with getting that hook to work with your implements, that'll be the best 30 bucks you spent on making something adapt or whatever. Go Google it on Amazon, check by your Tractor Supply or whatever. They seem to be pretty available on the internet. But that definitely makes the quick hitch much more universal. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Please hit that like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.